Okay, so just the final remaining. So this is the Friendly Open Season 5 Event 5. And whoever wins this one will be crowned the overall champion. We have Greyjoy, Aloof and Apart, played by Bamboo from China. And we have Stark, Lord of the Crossing, played by Dennis from Germany. So Germany versus China again, same as the final event of Season 4. And yeah, so Dennis played this Star Crossing very successfully in several national events this past few months. Made the top 4 in German nationals and then won the Canadian nationals. So very successful with this deck. And we saw in the Battle of the Nations also that this pairing was quite common, Stark against Greyjoy. Players actually targeted Greyjoy opponents with their Stark decks because it was a favorable matchup at the time. But of course we've had a restricted list update since then. And yeah, Greyjoy, as I said in the previous game, Greyjoy Aloof and Apart no longer playable in that form because Reason from the Sea is in a pod with Aloof now. And of course, as you can see, Stark has 3 restricted cards. It has Alysanne, She-Bear and Skagos. Skagos not played by Dennis anyway because he's not using Robb Stark, which is the main synergy, but choosing between Alysanne and She-Bear of course is tough, and he's gone for She-Bear here. It's a good tempo play, brings another character with her. No pods as you can see, but there is some limitation as to plots as well, so you win or you die was a common choice back in the day when you ran out of your initial resources. Just play that to refill or possibly go for the win with 2 claim and high initiative. And yeah, joining the game. So we had some sound problems in the live stream, so just recording parts of the audio here again. And we'll have Hannes joining us on commentary in a few minutes. Also had some sound issues there, so we'll join it. We'll join the live audio from the point where the problem was resolved. So as you can see, we have 3 characters already on setup for Dennis, and we have the 6 cost Victarion for Bamboo here, and going for the Maiden with high initiative right from the start, and 2 characters with Intimidate, whereas Dennis goes for the Winter Festival, knowing that in this matchup probably it will not be blocked, so early source of power. Yeah, Late Summer Feast is one option to counter Winter Festivals. As an opener, also Summer Harvest played sometimes since At the Gates was banned. But obviously, once you get to a final, you pretty much know what your final opponent is opening with, so then it's immediately going for that 2 power. And here we have that She-Bear bringing in Septa Mordane, so that's 1 intrigue icon. That's the one weakness in theory for Stark. So with 2 intimidate characters, Victarion and Euron, it's possible to target that if you go first. So that the 3rd challenge cannot be initiated. Of course, Northern Armory is in play for Dennis here, and currently no immediate way to get rid of that for Bamboo. And also there is a card in Shadows, which in all likelihood is of course Mira. And there goes the armory. And as expected, September Dane is intimidated. And now we see Mira coming into play, and she will blank Victarion's Intimidate. And that leaves Denis with all 3 icons. So there could be some quick power gained. Okay, so Hannes Feuerbart will be joining me shortly, the Canadian champion, who also just recently won the King of Swiss in the current Champions of Westeros League. We had some sound issues, so we didn't successfully record the first couple of minutes. We talked about First Snow possibly being in the deck of Bamboo, but I don't think it is, considering he had it played against him when he played Radek. And actually the Pillage Balon turned out to be the key card there. So, okay, joining the original audio now with Hannes. Okay, I think you should be heard now.
Okay, yeah, I hope you can hear me now.
Let us know if there is still a problem.
Right. So 6 power in the first round for Dennis.
Yeah,
kind of
not bad.
standard almost for Star Crossing.
And pretty safe to play those winter festivals. I don't think there will be any summer. And Heads on Spikes with only 2 cards left. It's very possible that that hits, but of course now Counting Coppers refills the board a little bit, but economy is lacking, so nothing much will be coming in.
Now he has 2 Intimidate characters to possibly kneel some of Dennis' characters. So this might turn the situation around as well.
Yeah, so I expected the Intimidate last round as well. Was there no second Raider on the board? Or I see. So Northern Armory discarded. Okay, wasn't missed some of it because I was fixing the sound. So lots of stuff happening. Bloody Cup as well, and we do not sow on one of the Northern Armories. Yeah, but still doesn't stop all the power gain, and in this case passive power gain as well from Winter Festival.
So
Missing completely with the Barrel and Scout, the second one.
yeah, I think it was very well redesigned, so that you have a good chance to find something, but not always, compared to real redesign.
Yeah, and we did see a bit more of the House Mormont characters being played after that, with the ladies that have renown in place of some other characters that could have done a similar job, just because this chart can find them relatively efficiently, whereas before, of course, so the main difference is, of course, the top 10. That's makes it less efficient because it can miss. But if you put a lot of the House Mormont cards, it still finds them, and there are some with renown that are useful. But previously, you just often when it searched the whole deck, you just did the chain. So one finds another one, that finds the third one, and then the third one finds something else. And with passing the Black Gate, that just all comes into play basically because it's so cheap.
Yes.
Mira blanks Euron. That stops Intimidate. And there goes the last of the economy.
Yeah, a reset after this might be hurtful for Dennis. Almost no cards, no economy.
Yeah, I think now we will find out what exactly the reset is. Of course, Morgulis is not that great. First of all, it gives prize away. Victarion is not gonna gain the second power on him, so that he could be saved. So it leaves Euron, and then you are down to 1 economy location, 3 gold plus the reduction from the agenda.
He is a strong gamble. I've tried to play this new Mormont card when you mentioned House Mormont. Here we stand, and I actually like it. You can really draw a lot of characters, but I felt it's still not relevant enough so that you don't see it very often actually in play. Or do you see it often when people play against you?
No, I personally, I don't think I've seen it more than maybe once or twice. The timing, I guess, is not great with the dominance phase action.
Yeah. And you also have to commit to at least a sizable amount of number of House Mormont cards. So there are some good ones, but then with Stark, just there are so many other better cards, I think. So I think House Mormont would need another boost in one of the future packs to be kind of a theme on its own. So now they're kind of supplementary to other main characters. But they don't make up, I think, a deck type of their own yet.
Yeah, they don't do anything that other characters also. They don't do anything unique that gives that kind of deck an advantage. Lots of the lady trait in that deck, so if you could do something with the ladies, but unfortunately there is nothing like that. All of the lady cards are Tyrell and they are loyal, so it's
The
difficult.
only thing you might consider is maybe Sansa's Maid, so you boost them at least in strength. But
Yeah, the Mormont ladies with +3. It's not too bad. Crossing goes through. And the Winter Festival. So I fear that we might see heads on spikes now and the game will be over with nothing to see. So let's see what happens here.
that might be true.
If there is a reset, but even that doesn't help because it doesn't remove any renown from the board. So heads on spikes could still just hit. But if it doesn't hit and the reset goes through and nothing useful is top decked, then of course things can turn around.
And now the mind games begin, but I wonder whether Dennis actually has heads on spikes.
He does.
He does. Okay. So, but then it would be a no-brainer for him to put it down, right?
Yeah, or even he has the crown, so that leaves a lot of characters on the board for the crossing trigger. I think that might win. He did that the last when he was in the top 4 game when he was on 13. He had heads, but he went for the crown instead against the Harris and managed to win because he wasn't sure. So with 5 cards, chances are decent. And again he does it, so he goes for the crown, which negates Morgulis.
Okay. Nice, yeah. Maybe I would have been too rash for this, so I think probably well done.
And prized given away, so 14, anything unopposed, any crossing, any power claim. River Run Minstrel would win, but he's not playing that, I don't think.
Right, and Bamboo doesn't have really many options anymore, right? Maybe if he gets big Balon now.
Yes, and some kind of chance to intimidate more than one character. They all are one strength, so the first challenge doesn't need to be opposed.
Mm-hmm.
If you can target the icons, Maiden's Bane, something like that would help. But no, I don't think this is going to do it. Okay, so Mira needs to go because she has stealth. And then you still need to defend the power challenge. Gorold has renown and potentially can stand, but it's questionable, and he does not have intimidate.
So he needs to do intrigue now, near Mira, and then try to defend the rest. But yeah.
I think he can do it. Depends on what the card in shadows is, of course. But if he does an intrigue here and then a military challenge, then She-Bear would need to be claimed because strength 1 characters cannot leave play. And then everyone else has strength 1, so the first challenge is can be unopposed because it's 0 strength, and then the second challenge, if it's power, will be 2 strength at most.
Yeah. But the question is, can he leave
actually,
then
there is no
character
claim.
standing for? Yeah, but can he also leave a character standing then so that Dennis doesn't win Dom?
Yeah, I don't think it's possible now. And there is no claim, so She-Bear cannot be removed. And this time, no gold for the Bloody Cup or anything like that. Yeah, too fast. The double Winter Festival is too fast for most decks. And this is not a surprise, of course. We saw that in the Battle of the Nations a lot. The Stark decks targeting Greyjoy decks very successfully. Yeah.
Yes.
Short one.
Well done, Dennis. Congratulations. Also, congratulations to Bamboo for making it into the final. Both really strong players with strong decks. Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Yeah, nice to see Dennis winning. So lots of success for him in recent times. We can have a look at his profile here. So he was the finalist in the final event of Season 4. Lost to Robin playing Martel Wars. And then he took this same deck to German Nationals, where he lost in the top 4 in a mirror match in the semifinals. And then in the Norwegian Nationals, that was the biggest event we had in that period with 39 players. He was victorious. He lost 2 games in the Swiss, but very impressive in the cut. And then, okay, not playing Star Crossing, but he won the Nordic League undefeated with Conclave. So that's Conclave with 8 different factions and won every one of his games. And now wins the Season 5 of Friendly Open as well. So Dennis is, I guess, the man to beat at the moment in this game as far as online play is concerned.
True, and he does honor to his captaincy of the team Germany, I would say. Impressive.
Yeah, so this was the the final one of this season. I'm sure it will take a while for this to be updated. It's a little bit behind. I think it's just being updated now, so we'll stay with it so that we can see Dennis crowned as champion here on the Jousting Pavilion. But yeah, so huge thanks to everyone for playing in this series. We had a lot of players across the 5 events from all of the continents, I guess, that are involved in this game. And as usual, some of the very best players making it to the cut of the final one, and a lot of new players that have only just started with this game making it as well. And that's of course the whole point of these events is, as the name suggests, it's a friendly casual tournament open to everyone at all skill levels, and we are looking forward to season 6 for sure.
Absolutely. And thank you for streaming, not only today, but also in other tournaments. I always like to watch the other games when I'm already out of the tournament. So thank you for that.
Yeah, my pleasure. Sorry about the few sound problems we had. I forgot to make sure that Hannes could be heard, and I talked a little bit before the final started when I muted the sound, so that was a bit of a waste, but let's see if we can fix that in the editing possibly, or cut it out. Not a problem. That's how it goes sometimes when things are live. But yeah,
thanks, Mia, and thanks everyone who played. And I would say have a good evening, right?
Yeah, thanks for joining me, and hopefully see you all next time as well. In the next few weeks, the Champions of Westeros event will finish. Congratulations, of course, to Hannes for winning the King of Swiss in that tournament. So the cut starts in next week. So today is Saturday 19th, so on the 21st it starts with the top 16 games, so some will have a bye in the first round, but then 4 rounds to crown the champion, and we'll try to bring you some of those games. So that's the next thing that we'll try to record, and hopefully you can join us for that as well. Okay, so thanks to everyone today for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.
Bye-bye, take care, ciao.